Hi, Gemini. Welcome back to Leigh's Intuitive Tarot. My name is Leigh, and today we're going to take a look at what's going on with you and your new person in your love life, okay? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, we're going to do a monthly read first, and then after that, I'm going to pull a spread exactly, specifically for your person, your soulmate, and then we're gonna see what Spirit has to say about them. Okay, all right, here we go. Okay, here we go. So overall energy for this week's reading is the 8 of Cups. Okay, so this is talking about, walking away from something. Okay, for a lot of you, I feel like this is talking about you walking away from the twin, walking away from your old way of life, your old way of doing things, how you relate to people, because it's not, these relationship issues don't just stop at your romantic relationship, Gemini. I feel like it's all of your relationships you've had these type of issues that you're having with this twin. Okay, so it's saying the need to move on, seeking more from life than what you're experiencing, a spiritual quest, choosing to make big changes, a change in priorities. Some of you may even be moving, because at the bottom of this card it says leaving home. Okay, underneath this we have the Ace of Pentacles. So this is talking about a windfall of abundance, wise counsel, or good fortune. Okay, you could be getting purchases, making purchases like a home or a vehicle, or some type of lucrative contract, or an exciting career opportunity. So a lot of you are putting your energy into the things that you love, and I feel like it's starting to pay off. And it's all because you chose yourself and you walked away from this person. You showed that you had dignity and that you weren't going to put up with somebody else's BS. Okay, and I feel like because of that, Spirit is rewarding you with, a lot of lucrative things coming into your life. Okay, then we've got the 8 of Wands showing up here. Okay, Spirit is saying you may have too much going on, stress caused by too many positive opportunities, unexpected events or rapid changes, the ability to multitask, and business travel. So you got a lot going on, Gemini, and I feel like it has to do with these opportunities that are starting to come in with this Ace of Pentacles. Okay, but Spirit, you got to watch this card, because I'm telling you, Spirit is warning you. When you see this card, I'm telling you the warning signs, because I see them all the time, because they shut my ass down on a regular basis. I'm just gonna tell you straight up. Okay, because my spiritual team don't play about me overworking myself anymore. Because the first time I did this channel, I worked myself to death so much that I was all kinds of stressed out. I lost my hair. I had hair that was all the way down past my shoulder blades, and all my hair came out. It was like all kind of crazy stuff. So they will not let me, once I get to a certain point, they reel me back in. So I'm telling you this story to tell you, I know the warning signs, I know the cards when they starting to tell you. So this card is one of them. Okay, eight of Wands can talk about communication, fast moving events, a lot of things going on, but Spirit is telling you here at the top of the card that you got too much going on. So this is about you kind of reeling yourself in a little bit. Okay, then we've got the 10 of Wands here, and this card used to come out for me all the time. And when I see this card, I know it's DEFCON. I gotta stop. Whatever I'm doing, I have to stop, because if I don't stop, Spirit will find a way to stop me. So you need to listen to what they're trying to tell you. Okay, so it's saying working too hard or too many hours, the need for balance in life, let others help you. And it under the bottom there, it says health problems due to stress. So this is where you're headed if you don't stop working. Health problems due to stress. It's possible that this could happen. Okay, I'm not wishing this on you or trying to speak it into existence, but Spirit is putting this in my spirit to warn you that you got to slow down. And let me tell you this, you want to be in a relationship with somebody, this got to stop, Gemini. This has to stop. You got too much going on, because you have to make space in your life for this person to be there, just like they have to make space for you as well. And I know for a lot of you, I get it, because I'm a workaholic too. And I will sit and work if Spirit will allow me to do that. But now you are moving into a different phase of your life where you're being rewarded for you walking away from this other connection. And I understand a lot of you are finding your passions, you're finding the things that you love to do, and you're so grateful and so excited about it until you just, you just going and charging full steam ahead. But you can't let this get out of hand, because if you let this get out of hand, it's going to turn on you, and it's not going to be in a good way. And this, you being out of balance by you working too much and not having a lot of play, will halt this soulmate from coming into your life. So I'm just letting you know. Okay. All right. So then we've got the Hermit card coming up here. This is Virgo energy. Time spent in peaceful meditation. Oh, let me try this again. Time spent in peaceful meditation and meaningful solitude. Shine your light as an example to others. Seek out or become a mentor, a spiritual mentor, self-discovery. Okay. So this is about, you using this energy to heal what has gone on. Okay. Because working yourself to death, it's a good distraction, but it's not healthy, is what Spirit is trying to tell you. So they're telling you there's a better way to do it, like time with meditation, taking time to isolate yourself, spending time by yourself until you're able to, have your come to Jesus moment and heal what it is you need to heal with the Hermit card. Because look, you got a lot of worry going on. This can talk about nightmares, sleepless nights, crying, and you gotta figure out a better way to handle this. Okay, Gemini. Okay, so we're going to start by clarifying this Eight of Cups. Okay, so the card that's coming up for you is the Hope card. So you are trying to have hope that this situation is going to work out. You moved away from this other person, all right? And I feel like you're heading towards hope because you realize that, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. There's a new person coming, okay? But like I said, you have to watch what you do now. You got to kind of like walk on eggshells a little bit with the way you moving through your life, because if you're out of balance in any kind of way, it's going to stop, it's going to stop your manifestation, this new person, from coming into your life. You have to be careful about what you do. You got to heal yourself, do the healing, and then you also have to make sure your life is balanced. Okay. All right. So when it comes to your person, we have the opportunities card here. Okay. So this is talking about, this person sees you and this relationship with you as an opportunity, but I don't feel like it's an opportunity like, they're looking to, what is the word, to like get over on you or anything like that. I don't think it's like that. I think they realize the two of you coming together, you're going to open up doors and opportunities for each other. Okay. All right. So the first card we're going to take a look here represents the main theme of the month. So we've got the Strength card. This is Leo energy, and it is talking about, believing in yourself, building up your courage and your inner strength to get through what has happened with this other person here, the one that you had to leave. It's also talking about personal power and assertiveness, okay, portrayed with kindness and realizing you're stronger than you knew you were. All right, so you can get over this, whatever you're going through as a fallout from what happened with this person. Spirit is telling you you're strong enough to get through it, even at your low points, when you forget who you are, Gemini, and you start to feel like you're not going to make it. Spirit is telling you to keep pushing forward, because you still got something left, even if you feel like you don't. Okay. All right, let's clarify. Yeah, see, look what you got coming, Gemini. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I love this card. Those of you who watch me on a regular basis know I love that card there. So your divine masculine, a new divine masculine is coming. Okay, this is somebody who, look, they may work out, they may have tattoos. This is somebody that looks like they take care of themselves. This is boss energy. Okay, this is big D energy, or big P energy, if you want to say. Males, make it fit. Okay, make it fit what I'm saying, because I know I got a lot of new masculines that watch my channel. So like I said, we're gonna make it fit to what I'm, with what I'm saying. All right. So we've got, for your person, all right, this is we're talking about the new person, abandonment issues. So they've got some things they've got to work out as well. So this is talking about feeling left out, codependency. And with this abandonment card, I feel like this is your person trying to clear up their issues to prepare for this connection, because you have to remember, I've told you before, just like you've gone through stuff with your twin, this person was in a connection with somebody else as well, and they went through a lot of stuff as well. So they're having to heal themselves from what has happened. Okay. All right. So next card we have represents the past influences affecting this month for you. So we've got the Knight of Swords showing up. So air sign or someone with a lot of air in their chart, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. This is talking about, it's a love offer coming in. All right. So this is something that's coming in and moving very fast and moving with speed. But like I said, you got to make sure you clear the path for this person by making sure you're balanced and making sure that you're making space in your life for this person and doing what you need to do to prepare yourself for this connection. Okay. All right. Let's clarify. Okay. This can also represent, this Knight of Swords here can also represent you, like just another confirmation that you walked away from this other person. Because just like the Knight of Swords can be somebody coming in, it can also talk about somebody coming out, going out. All right. So we've got the Sorrow card here for you. So it's talking about deep distress caused by loss, disappointment, or other misfortunes suffered by oneself or others. So you're still trying to heal from what happened with this person, and that's normal. You went through a lot. This person did a lot. Like I said, they tried to break you down, Gemini, and it's normal for you to feel like this. It's normal for you to be in this. And so Spirit is just saying, take the time that you need to heal yourself, but do it in the hermit energy where you meditate, you take time to yourself, you journal, you do things that make you feel good, and not to just mindlessly work yourself into, because that's going to make your situation worse, because you could, possibly bring on more added stress. You can bring on, like we just talked about, some type of health issue. And so we don't want you, Spirit, neither one of us wants you to go into that situation where you're potentially affecting your health and affecting other areas of your life. Okay. All right. So we've got, for your person, overindulgence. We talking about the new person, and I'm telling you, what you got to understand is this person went through stuff just like you did. That just because they're perfect for you, Gemini, does not mean that they're a perfect person. Okay. They've got things they have to overcome as well. This person got dragged just like you got dragged by the other person. They were, treated like, I don't want to say that, that's the word that came into my head, like treated like scum, treated like, they didn't have any worth. Like the person they were with didn't see their value. They may have been with them, for money or for other opportunities. And, that it can all start out beautiful and nice in the beginning, but the longer you're with somebody, the more you start to see a person's true colors. And I feel like that's what happened with your person. They started to see who that person really was. And I feel like this has been a chain of events, just like it's been in your life. And, this person is going through their thing. All right. And I feel like they're doing what they can to get through stuff. They could be a workaholic like you are. It could be a situation, it could be alcohol. It could be, some type of drug. It could be food. It could be going to the gym too much. Like I tell everybody, it doesn't have to be anything illicit with this overindulgence card. It's just something that they're putting too much of their time in and not using that hermit energy to heal. Okay. All right. So the next card we're going to take a look at represents the roadblocks for this month. Okay. So we've got the Queen of Pentacles here. This is an earth sign or someone with a lot of earth in their chart, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is the long-term stable and committed relationship. So I feel like, this is a roadblock for a lot of you, because you gotta walk the path a certain way. You have to you're relaying your foundation. When you walked away from this other person with this Eight of Cups here, it was like a tower moment. So it tore down the old foundation. So you're now rebuilding it. And I feel like that's why this is a roadblock for you, because you haven't had this type of relationship in order to know how to rebuild the foundation properly. But that's why you got this new person coming that's gonna help you with that when the time comes. Okay. Yeah, see, You got anger. You're angry, Gemini, and you got every right to be angry. You know, I would never sit here and tell you that the shit you went through with this other person, that you should be happy go lucky and like, oh, it's okay, this and that. Because I was like this too when the stuff first went down with me and that person. I was angry for like a whole entire fucking month. Okay, a whole month, and I didn't understand because this was before I realized this person was my twin, and I'm like, oh my god, I can't. Why am I angry? I'm like, I don't know this person. Why am I angry at them like this? And then it just kept on coming, because spirit kept trying to tell me, and I just wasn't listening to what they were saying because I was so fucking angry. And then when I really sat down and thought about it, I was like, oh shit, this is my fucking twin. That's why I'm fucking angry like this. So I know, I understand exactly what you're going through, but you may have to put on some damn boxing gloves and get a damn punching bag and beat the fuck out of it to get out of this anger. Whatever you got to do this without harming yourself or making your life worse, that's what you need to do. So like I said, you may have to, get a damn piece of paper and a pen and write a goddamn letter and tell this person, cuss them out and call them all kind of crazy stuff you need to call them, and then burn it. You may need to I don't know, go outside and get a damn rock and beat the ground. Because I would say beat a tree, but I don't want to hurt the trees, because they live in things like we are, and just like you wouldn't want nobody to pick up no rock and beat you, I wouldn't tell you to advise you to go and do that. But I mean, go out and do something, like maybe those rooms. What are those rooms they call? They call where they go in and they break things. They have all this old shit set up, like cars and old computers and stuff like that. Like this is a rage room or something like that, and you go and you beat up stuff. Maybe you need to go do that. Whatever is going to help you to deal with this anger, Spirit is saying, use a healthy way to do it, but working yourself into the ground and grinding yourself into the ground is not going to help things. Okay. All right. So oh God, when it comes to your person, there's the toxic addiction card. Like I said, whatever happened to you and whatever happened to this soulmate, the two of y'all got laid fucking low. Okay. And so I feel like everybody has their thing. You know what I'm saying? So this is coming up twice, because this card can talk about possible drinking. Okay, that's one of the things that's under it. Okay, so I feel like this person is trying to get themselves together. Don't look down on this person, Gemini. Okay, because they human just like you, and you got to think about how fucked up you felt when this person first like took your feelings and ran them over a fucking cheese grater. Think about how you felt. So this person, like I said, this is a good person. This person has a lot of feelings for you, but they are trying to overcome what happened with this other person. And just like you would want them to give you grace and not be looking at you crazy because you showing up like this or you showing up like this, please give them the same grace, because this person is someone that means you well and is not trying to do you wrong or anything like that. But they've got to recover from what they went through, because like I said, it's been a chain of events. It's been a succession of bad relationships, just like the same thing that's happened with you. Okay. All right. So this next card is talking about the possibilities of the month. So we got the Five of Pentacles showing up here, feeling left out in the cold. This can talk about, ghosting, all kinds of messed up stuff. Okay. Fears around money, negative thoughts manifesting into real challenges. That's what I feel like it is. I feel like the anger and the sorrow that you feeling about this person, you're thinking a lot of negative thoughts, Gemini, and those thoughts are turning on you, because wherever you put your thoughts, right, that's where the energy goes. So you gotta shake yourself, Gemini, and come out of this energy, because it's not helping you. Because you don't wanna end up in this energy for a second time for the month of October. You don't want to end up like that, because think about it. This person already put you through some shit like this. So don't put yourself back through it because of what happened. Okay, because that's not doing anything but making this person happy, because they want to keep you stuck. They want you to be like this. They want you to be crying over spilled milk and feeling like you can't move on and feeling like you broke down and all this kind of stuff. They want you to feel like this. And so, like I said, Spirit is not saying that you should make light of your feelings and not, you know, not do the things you need to do to, you know, to feel your feelings. But they're telling you, don't marinate in it. Don't get in it and like you getting in the bed and pulling the covers up over your head. Don't do that. Don't let your life stop, or you resort to unhealthy things because of what this person did to you, because what they did to you was fucked up, and this says more about this person than it does about you. Okay, but because like I told you, I always tell you, motherfucker can hurt my feelings all day long, but they can't fucking break me, because that's what this person is trying to do to you, Gemini. So you got to get it together. Okay, you got to get it together, because you know I'm not gonna sugarcoat in here, up in here. You are strong, and like I said, we all go through shit, and everything is a motherfucking test in this life. And so this was a test of your faith. What you know, if you could go through this and bounce back, okay, and it may take you some time to do that, but you need to get that resolve in your head and realize, hey, I'm not gonna let this motherfucker do this to me, because if you do that, then they have won, not once but twice, because they put you in the energy and then you're staying in it and you're allowing this person to win, because all they're going to do is come back when you knock down and beaten down like this, and then they're going to be trying to come back in. They're going to be trying to sweet talk their way back in, because all they want to do is use you for sex and use you for attention, use you for all these things, and not give you anything in return. And you don't deserve that. You have somebody new coming into your life that is going to be the complete and utter antithesis of this person. And so in order for you to be receptive to that, you got to get yourself together, Gemini. You got to get yourself together. You got to know that you can do it, because I can tell you all day long that you can do it, but you have to believe that you can do it. Okay. All right. So we got two cards that fell here. The first one is divine timing. Spirit is saying that, you know, divine timing is at play. You may want this new person to come in, but clearly you are not ready. And we know that this person is not ready either, because the two of you are mirroring each other. Okay. You have your anger and your feelings to get over, and this person has their stuff that they have to get over as well. Okay. But like I said, you have something that you've always been dreaming of that is about to come your way. But in order for you to get it, like I told you, nothing comes for free. You got to get over this hump. You got to get over this hardship that you're going through, and not let it take you down. Okay. So we've got the telepathy card here. So I feel like, you know, the new person, your soulmate, is, you know, communicating with you, you know, through telepathy, through music, you songs. Like I said, you may hear random songs pop in your head. You may get messages. You may see certain things, and it, you know, it's your person trying to communicate with you, because I feel like you can feel that this person is going through something, and they can feel that you are as well. Because like I told you, the both of you mirror. All right. So now we're going to take this down, and now I'm going to do a spread for your person to see exactly what's happening with them. Okay. All right, here we go. Hang on. One second. Let me shuffle these other cards here. You got to, for that spirit is telling you, you got to forgive that person, because that's what's going to free you from this depression. Okay. You have to forgive them, because it's not about them. It's about you, because they want you to be stuck. All right. So if that's not enough for you to kick yourself in the butt and tell yourself you got to get up. Because like I said, I'm not going to let nobody, you know, I guess that's a Scorpio in me. I'm not going to let no damn body keep me fucking down, especially if I know that's what they want. That's what they want. That makes me want to get up and do stuff. It makes me wanna be like, nah, if you get up and give them the finger and show them what's really going on. Okay. All right. So let me do this spread for your person, for Gemini's person, please, Spirit. All right. Okay, here we go. So overall energy for this person's reading is the Justice card reversed. It's Libra energy, and it's talking about, it says blame and guilt, unjust. So they feel like, what they went through, just like you feel like you got the short end of the stick. This person feels that same way. Okay. They are, yeah, see, they look, the Five of Swords is underneath this. So it's talking about, making amends. Like they're wanting this person, they feel like this person owes them an apology for the way that they treated them, because it's like, look, this is what I feel like really happened, where they acted like they were, they were meaning well, when in all actuality, look, they have a knife behind their back. So this person was stabbed in the back by this person. Okay. And then look, they got the Ten of Wands, just like you got the Ten of Wands. So this is about them carrying these burdens, and I feel like, they're letting them go, because you see it says offload. What a relief. It's reversed. So it's them putting these burdens down. So like I said, this person is trying to prepare. I feel like you are helping the feelings they have for you, Gemini. You are helping them to move through this at a quicker pace than they probably would have had you not existed. Because I feel like this person pretty much gave up on love until they saw you and fell in love with you. Okay. All right. So let's clarify. Let's clarify this unjust card. Yeah, so spirituality, this person is turning around and leaning back into their spirituality, because they're tapped in like you. They're an empath like you. Okay, this is not going to be a narcissistic, empathic connection like it was with the twin. Okay, both of you are empaths. Okay, so you both been done wrong. You both will understand where the other person is coming from, because you've had very similar experiences. Okay, I'm telling you, when you sit down and talk to this person, they're going to be telling you stuff, and you're going to be like, oh my God, that same thing happened to me, and vice versa. Okay, all right. So we got the strength card here, Leo energy, showing up like it showed up for you. Like I said, you're mirroring each other. So Spirit is saying that this person, you know, it's normal for this to happen, for you to lose the belief in yourself. Because when people do you like this, it it like shakes your foundation. It shakes your faith in people. And so and then especially if it's been done over and over and over and over again, because it's like it chips at you, chips at you. But you got to keep getting back up, is what Spirit is trying to tell you. You have to let these people know that you're not going to let nobody drag you down to this point. Okay. So this person, I feel like they're slowly putting themselves back together. Like I said, I feel like your love is an impetus to them, for them doing this. All right. Let me clarify. Yeah. See, they're taking a lot of time out to themselves, having a lot of solitude. Look at the bottom of your deck. Isolation. So you're both, I feel like, trying to do the same thing in order to come back the way you need to come back. Okay. So like I said, this person, Hierophant card, is the second card that's showing up here. This is Taurus energy. This person wants to marry you. All right. Like I told you, this person had given up on love and was like, fuck this. I'll just be by myself for the rest of my life. And I feel like when you came into the picture, like I said, it was love at first sight. All of a sudden, this person is thinking about marriage, thinking about all these things that they swore they would never think about ever again. Okay. Yeah. See, they're thinking a lot about being with you and the two of you being together. And like I said, it is helping this person bolstering their resolve to get through this, because they want to get to you. Okay. Then we've got the Seven of Cups reversed. So this person, they've already made their choice. This is somebody. Look at this person. Hold on. Let me see if I find this card, because I want you to see this person again. This person got a lot of options. They can be with anybody they fucking want to be with. Okay. When you look like this, you can be with anybody you want to be with, right? Within reason. And I feel like that's what's up. This person got people coming out of the woodwork at them all the time. And I feel like they get tired of it, but they found the person that they want to be with is you, and they don't care about the other options. That's why this Seven of Cups is reversed. Okay. So this is about them like having clarity and knowing who they're supposed to be with. They know that you're the one. Okay. All right. Let me clarify it. Yeah. See, they had to make a choice. All right. And I feel like they've already made it. And it's you. But it's you coming up on a choice as well. Because I told you, as soon as you and this person get together and decide you want to be with each other, here come old boy or old girl trying to come in and mess you up. But like I said, all they're trying to do is drag you back into the same shit you in right now. They're trying to drag you back into that in the future. That's what they're going to be trying to do. Okay. Okay, the last card we have here is the Two of Swords. It says a rock in a hard place. This is about, again, like having your head stuck in the sand, refusing to see certain things, okay? Having obstacles when it comes to this situation, being frozen and indecision. So let me clarify this and see what Spirit is saying about it. Yeah, see, they know who you are. I feel like the indecision may be how to come towards you, because I feel like for a lot of your people, they feel very intimidated by you. Okay. So this is about them, having a coming to Jesus moment, building up their courage, believing in themselves, knowing, that they can do anything. Because I feel like this is somebody who nobody intimidates them but you. Okay. So I feel like they're going to get it together. All right. But I think they feel extra intimidated because of what went on with this other person, and they just gotta take a little time to build themselves back up, just like you do. Okay, but you gotta forgive that twin, man. You gotta let it go, because when you forgive them, that's gonna clear out a lot of this energy and a lot of that anger. Okay, so we've got acceptance here. This is from Spirit. It's saying everything happens for a reason. Then we have denial, detach with love to clearly see the truth. Then we have release, radical acceptance, and surrender can help you let go. Okay? All right. So now we're going to get some messages from your person. Okay, so we got two cards that fell. One says inspiration, the other one says signs. This is inspiration, and there is signs. So inspiration says, there is no one else who inspires me the way you do. I am so proud of you, your achievements and gifts. Your love really gives me strength and courage to strive for more out of life. Like I said, you are pushing this person forward. You're pushing them and helping them to get through what they've got to get through, because like I said, you're the light at the end of their tunnel. Okay. All right. Then we've got signs. I am reminded of you constantly. I have been seeing so many signs and synchronicities that remind me of you. It's made me feel certain that you are the one for me and we have a brighter future. I just have to figure out how to follow them. I'm gaining that strength and courage, gaining the strength and courage for that. Okay. So this person thinks about you all the time. Okay, hold on. Okay, so we've got, you're the only one I see. I told you this person's already made their decision, and you're the person that they want to be with. Like I said, because they could be with anybody. Not to say that you can't, but I'm just saying this is, a high value person, a very special person that's coming your way. All right, just like you are. Okay, then we've got, you're all I've ever hoped for. You're my dream person. Like I said, this person dreams about you. You're their dream woman or dream man. Okay. I can't keep going on without you. So this person is getting tired of the distance between the two of you, the separation between the two of you, and they want to come together with you just like you want to come together with them. Okay. All right. So we're going to get one more oracle card from the Lover's Oracle deck before I let you go. Okay. It says wait. Let me show you the card. Hold on. I gotta do it like that. And it says wait. Don't rush into it. Allow nature to take its course. So, like I said, both of you are doing the healing you need to do to prepare for this connection. So, when y'all are wondering where your person is, why they aren't here yet, and you're sitting in that Five of Pentacles energy because you're ready for them to come, you got to be ready just like they got to be ready. And as you can see, there's healing that needs to be done on both sides. Okay. All right, Gemini, I hope this helped. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Please have a good day and a good rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, Gemini. Hi, Gemini. Well, welcome back to Leigh's Intuitive Tarot. My name is Leigh, and today we're going to take a look at what's going on with you, your new love, and your love life, okay? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there is a link in the description box below. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Ooh, okay. Okay, here we go, Gemini. Okay, overall energy for this week's reading is the Justice card. So this is Libra energy. It is talking about, the need. It's the soul contract. We're talking about the soul contract. I feel like it's not between you and the twin anymore. We're talking about between you and this new love, the soulmate. Okay, this can also speak of karmic justice, meaning that if you were the one that was being mistreated, you're going to get your justice, and that person is going to get their justice. Okay, but they're not going to like what they get. Okay. Then underneath this, we have the Two of Cups. So you and this new person, this soulmate, is going to be a strong connection, mutual attraction. Okay. The two of you are really going to love each other. You're really going to, it's not just love, Gemini. You're really going to like each other. That's what I like about this relationship. Okay. Underneath this, we have the Ten of Swords. This can talk about a painful ending. Of course, it's talking about with the twin. I feel like this can talk about betrayal. I feel like both of you were had a painful ending. You and the soulmate is what I'm talking about, not the twin. You were betrayed. There were third parties, I feel like, on both sides, and you're both trying to recover from this in order to start again with each other. Okay. We've got the Five of Wands showing up here. This can talk about conflict, competition. This could be your soulmate and the twin fighting amongst each other or competing amongst each other. Hopefully not fighting, but competing amongst each other to be with you, competing for your hand. Okay. And then we've got the Three of Wands here. Okay. So this is talking about, you waiting for your ships to come in. All right. Because you do have a decision to make with this Two of Swords, but you got to take the blindfold off and look at what's going on in both scenarios. Okay. So we're going to start by clarifying this Justice card. Give me one moment. Okay. Okay, here we go. So this is about you finding and embracing your inner light, okay? Who you truly are, your authentic self. That's what this is talking about, okay? Then next to that, we have, this is talking about you expecting, leaving a legacy. So with you and this person, if you're wanting to have children, you're wanting to have a family, you're going to be able to do that with this person, okay? There will be offspring for a lot of you, okay? Then for your person, they may be going through a period of hardship. With this hardship card, like I told you, they're healing from something as well. Okay, just because this is a soulmate, they're coming in, and like I told you in the past, this person will be balanced when they show up in your energy. It doesn't mean they didn't have to work in order to get there. Okay, they are looking for clarity, just like you are, trying to understand everything that happened. Okay, all right. So the first card we're going to take a look at represents who you're going to be in this new relationship. So we've got the Four of Swords. So you're, excuse me, as you can see on the card, it says healing and recovery. So you're going to be healing. I feel like you're going to be resting. This person is going to help you to recover from what happened, not only you know, what happened with you and the twin, but also other past connections that you had that, you know, didn't come, you know, didn't come to, or didn't amount to anything. Let me say that. Okay, let's clarify. So, and you're going to help this person to heal as well. It's not going to be one-sided. You and this connection are really gonna take off and be the best for each other. Okay, this is what you've always wanted, Gemini. Okay, to clarify this Four of Swords here, we've got passion. Let me say this, with this Four of Swords, I feel like a lot of you prayed for this person to come into your life, and so now Spirit and God, Source, whatever you want to call the universe, it's, you know, whatever you call the deity, this person, you know, these beings are granting this to you. Okay, they heard your prayers, and now this person is about to come in. Okay, so there's going to be a lot of passion between you and this person. You're going to want to tear each other's clothes off. It's going to be just like in the movie, you know, the movies where they just like, oh my God, this and that, and you know, you watch it and you be like, that's some fake shit, that ain't real. but with this, I can feel it. It's making me hot. And I'm not even lying. Okay. So then we've got, I love you to the moon and back. But that's what I like about this connection. Okay. It's not just the lust. It's a lot of love. The love, I feel like the love is what is augmenting the lust between the two of you, because you love each other so much, and you vibe on the same level. You know, you see eye to eye about a lot of things. And I feel like because of that, that's why the passion is off the charts like it is. Okay, because you had passion with this other person, right? But hell, passion ain't nothing if you know, you around somebody that's treating you like shit, right? It doesn't mean anything. That'll kill the passion quicker than anything. Okay, all right, let's move on. So this next card represents what your person, the soulmate, is going to be looking for in the relationship. So we got the High Priestess here. This is Pisces energy. I feel like Spirit is saying, you know, it says hidden knowledge at the bottom here. So this person, I feel like, sees you as a mystery, Gemini. Okay, I feel like they watch you, they study you, but it's not in a, you know, in a negative context. It's for them to try to understand who you are. And I feel like a lot of what, even though they've seen a lot about you, and I feel like they may know a lot about you from what they've seen, like either if the two of you work together, or if you're in the same friend group, or if it's a situation where they're watching your social media. I feel like they know a lot more than most people, but I still feel like, you know, to a lot of your people, you are still kind of a mystery. And so they're wanting to pull back this cloak here and see what's underneath, pun intended. Okay. Let me clarify. Oh my God. I am hot. I have the air on, and I'm in y'all energy, and I'm just hot. I am just hot. Like I said, you know that Nelly song, the take off all your clothes? That's what I'm hearing in my head. Hold on. Yeah. Ooh. All of these, man. Okay, let me put these back, because there's a lot of cards fell and they don't want to take all of them. Okay, so this person has been going through, you know, a lack mentality, but it's because this is not truly who they are. It is because they went through this Ten of Swords that we just talked about in the clarification pile. They went through a Ten of Swords of their own with their person. They were stabbed in the back. This was someone who devalued them, who mistreated them, who abused them. Hopefully not physically. I don't think it was that. I feel like it was like emotional abuse, breadcrumbing, that type of thing. So I feel like a lot of lies. That's what I hear in my head. A lot of lies were being told to your person by this other person. So this person is kind of like in a fear-based energy now. Okay, and they're having to work through this with the lack mentality card. Okay, but they have a lot of love for you, Gemini. I told you this. I love you to the moon and back. That both of you are going to feel like this about each other. It's not going to be one-sided at all. I feel like this person is going to come in. That's why they're working on themselves and they're working through their issues, because they want to come in and be like, I hear, you know what I hear? I hear Madonna's song, Like a Virgin, but not, they mean, you know, that part where she says shiny and new. That's how they want to come in. That's what Spirit is telling me. Okay, and it could be, you know, they want to kind of be virginal, like, because this person has never experienced the type of love that they have for you, Gemini. They've never experienced this before. So it's kind of taking them aback a little bit, and they're trying to, scramble to get used to it. Okay. And they're wanting, like I said, they're ready to come in and let you know how they feel, but they just got some things they have to work through just like you do. Because like I said, they were abused just like you were. Okay. All right. So the next card represents what you're looking for in a lover. So we've got the Four of Cups here. This is talking about a missed opportunity. It can talk about depression, apathy, all of that. I feel like you're looking for the opposite. You're looking for somebody who is going to not treat you like a missed opportunity. Someone who is going to come in, see your value off jump, off rip, and, do what is necessary in order to like court you or, be courted by you. Guys that watch my channel, make it fit. And all of the things that you wanted in a connection, I feel like that's what you're looking for when it comes to a lover. Okay, somebody who's going to treat you the complete and total opposite of the way that this twin treated you. Okay, all right, let's clarify. Okay, so we're talking about the twin. It's got to come out. Some of y'all may need to hear this. So we've got distant, going separate ways. I feel like that's what's happened. You had a missed opportunity with this twin, all right? And because of it, now the two of you are going your separate ways. This person feels you becoming distant, okay? And they don't know what to do. This person may have cut you off from your creativity, okay? That's how you can tell, Gemini, whether the person you're with is somebody you should be with or somebody you shouldn't, because normally you'll see it like trickle over into other areas of your life. So if you with somebody and it just seems like everything is going wrong in all the other areas of your life, then that's a hint from spirit that, hey, the person you dealing with is not the person you should be with. Or if you don't, that if you don't feel happy, if you don't feel content, if you don't feel like this person is adding to your happiness but they're taking away from it, or if you're with them, or let's say you feel good, and then when you get with them, you end up feeling drained at the end of the day, and like, you've been drugged through the mud and all this kind of stuff. Those are just things to let you know what's going on. So spirit is telling you this new person is going to help you to tap back into your creativity and back into your focus. And spirit is telling you that that's how you get through this situation of feeling like you were in a missed opportunity, is by focusing on your creativity, focusing on the things that you came here, the gifts you came here to use on this earth. Okay. All right. Okay. When it comes to the next question, this is about what your person, what the soulmate is looking for in a lover. And so divine divine feminine, or guys that watch, females, make it fit, right? Or guys, make it fit, whatever it is, what I mean. So this is supposed to be divine masculine if you're a guy watching this, okay? And you're into females. Okay, so with this divine feminine card, they're looking for you. You are their divine counterpart, okay? You're the person that makes them feel like home. This is about, them wanting to come into this connection with you. You be open with them be open with you. But like I said, in order to do that, you have to make sure you do your healing, and like I said, they're doing theirs as well. Okay, let's clarify. Yeah. Okay, so yes, because this person is, they're looking for their soulmate, is what spirit is saying. That's what's clarifying the Empress card. And then we've got the withholding card here. They're looking for somebody who's going to be open. Remember, I just told you that they want somebody who's going to come in and be open, be the opposite of this withholding card, and not be pointing the fingers. Somebody who is willing to take responsibility. And I feel like you're looking for that as well, because this other person didn't take any responsibility for the things that they did in the connection with you. Okay. All right. So next card. If this is representing what you want in a relationship. Okay. So hold on. I want to clarify this card first. Okay, so you want, this is the moon card. It is Pisces energy, but I also talk about, that it has to do with Cancer too, because Cancer is ruled by the moon. So you want an end to the illusions, okay? You want somebody that's going to come in and be open and honest and treat you the way you deserve to be treated, and you treat them, the same, okay? Someone who is not drowning in their emotions, someone who is ready to be open and honest and tell you the truth, someone who is going to be, instead of like the moon, who's going to be like the sun, who's going to shine a light on how they feel. You always know where they stand, so on and so forth, okay? Because what you got to understand is the reason why you went through this with the moon, what Spirit is saying, is so that you would learn dignity. So you would learn what it is you deserve and what it is you didn't deserve. And Spirit is telling you to be proud of yourself for realizing what you deserved and walking away from it. Okay, because you had somebody, a twin flame connection, and there was a lot of butting heads, a lot of arguing. Like I said, this person didn't want to take responsibility for what they did, because I feel like the majority of what went down between the two of you was their fault. But according to them, from their perspective, from their viewpoint, they're saying it's all on you. Okay, but you knew, you realized what the hell was going on, that this person was hiding a lot of shit from you with this moon card, and you know you just took your self-respect and you walked away from them. So that's something you should be proud of, Gemini. So pat yourself on the back for that, is what Spirit is saying. Okay. So when it comes to this soulmate and what they want out of a relationship, okay, we have the Judgment card. This is Scorpio energy, and you see at the bottom, okay, it says karma review, but I don't feel like that's what this is talking about with this. It is talking about a second chance. This person wants to be in a connection also where there's no judgment, where they can be themselves, their authentic self with you, and you can be your authentic self with them, and neither one of you is judging the other person. You're just loving each other. Okay. All right, let's clarify. Hold on. Ooh. Okay, your person, this soulmate, they see you as a gift, Gemini. Okay, they see you as a complete and utter blessing. All right, and they dream of you all the time. They think about you all the time. I love this card. I think it is so cute. Okay, so when it comes to the final placement, it's what your relationship is destined to be like. So we've got two cards that fell here, the Strength card, Leo energy, and we have the Fool here, okay, Aries energy. So this is talking about, this is going to be a connection that's filled with strength. The two of you are gonna teach the other person to believe more in yourselves, okay, to how to build up courage and inner strength to take that leap of faith with the Fool card, okay, to not be afraid to take the leap of faith, basically, is what Spirit is saying. Okay. All right, so you're going to strengthen each other. You're going to help each other to be better and to be stronger. Okay. 1 second. Okay. So this, the healing we're talking about and the believing in yourself, it is because, you've been angry, Gemini, is what Spirit is saying, because you've been backstabbed a lot of times, and you got a right to feel that way. Okay. But it's time for you to overcome what has happened, because you're moving into a new phase now where you got to be free enough and you got to be strong enough to take that leap. Okay. And then when it comes to your person, they've got issues with, there's a family member in their life, okay, that they're having issues with. This person's been brought back for them to work it out in this lifetime. So they've got to learn how to forgive and to heal this connection, even if it means that they got to love this person from afar. Okay, because forgiveness doesn't always mean that you're going to go back to the person and continue to take their shit. Not what this is about. This is about healing this so that it doesn't show up in other areas. Like, for instance, you know how they tell you when you say you in a situation, you got a, I don't know, let's say you got a messed up home life, right? And you're like, oh my God, I can't believe this and this and that. I don't get along with anybody, this and that. I got to get up and I got to leave. And you know how they tell you when you leave, you take you with you, right? So this is about healing yourself so that you don't repeat those patterns when you go somewhere else. Because if you don't heal it, that's the whole point. If you don't heal it before you leave you leave your home and you go somewhere else, Gemini, you're gonna be bringing the same dynamic to the next place you go to, because that's why it's showing up, because it's something unhealed within you, and that's what's going on with your person. Whatever's going on with this karmic family member, it's something unhealed within them that has to be healed. And once they heal it, they're going to be able to disconnect from the situation and relax. This is like the Four of Swords. Okay. All right. Okay. So now we're going to get some messages from Spirit. Let's see what they want to tell you. Okay, so we've got shadow work. Spirit says someone needs to face their fears and shadow side. So shadow work is what's going to help you get out of this anger and help you to stop feeling backstabbed. Okay, you have to heal it. You have to heal it. You got to forgive this person. Because like I always tell y'all, forgiveness is not about the other person. It is about you and you loving yourself enough to release the residue of whatever this person did out of your life, so you can unpack that bag and have one less bag you're dragging. Okay. Then we've got detachment. Spirit is saying energetically detaching or cord cutting can free your soul from bondage. So those of you may still have ethereal cords. I'm not talking about the soul contract, because this can only be cut by Spirit. You cannot cut a soul contract. Only Spirit can do it. So what Spirit is talking about with this are ethereal cords. The cords that people like psychically or energetically they hook onto you, or like when someone's in your energy, it's like a cord that's put there. You can call on Archangel. Let me try it again. Archangel Michael to come down and cut the cords, or you can imagine yourself with a pair of scissors and say whatever you need to say. I'm releasing this person and sending their cords back to them, and I'm taking my cords back to me, and you just cut them. Because as I've told y'all, this person is trying to hang on to you, this twin, and they are attaching themselves to you repeatedly. If you are cutting cords, you need to be cutting them every day, because this person, I feel like when you go to sleep at night, they're trying to reattach themselves to you because they feel you floating away or moving away. Okay. All right. Let's get some messages from the new person. Let's see what they want to tell you this week. Okay. So we've got communication. I need to talk to you and feel close to you. I want to reach out to you. Please be open to receiving communication from me soon. Your response will encourage me greatly, and I will be waiting to hear back from you. So this new person is ready to communicate. Okay. You see the girl with the phone. So it could be a text message. It may be a phone call. You may see this person, if it's somebody that you work with, or like I said, if you're in the same friend group. But, I feel like for the majority of you, it's probably either going to be a text message or a phone call. Hell, it could even be a FaceTime. Okay. All right. Then we've got expectation. I want to be all that you want me to be. I don't want to disappoint you. I know you have a lot of expectations for me, and I'm trying to stand for that. But at times I feel so far away from you that I'm afraid to let you down or disappoint you. So this person's got you on a pedestal, okay? And you feel, to them, they feel like you're going to want all these different things from them because they have put you on this pedestal. So this person, like I don't know if I've told you this before, I feel like there's a level of intimidation that they feel with you, okay? Because they have put you on this pedestal and because they love you so much, all right? But I feel like this is all going to work itself out and pass, it's going to smooth itself out in time, okay? All right. Okay, so we've got, you are a masterpiece. You are the one of the best things in my life. All right. Like I said, you are perfect to this person. Okay. You're all I've ever hoped for. You're my dream person. Like I told you, this person, you know, you're exactly what they want. I miss you more and more every day. You don't realize how perfect you are to me. Okay. All right. Let's get a a black Hollywood romance star oracle card. I feel like this person gonna come in and be tripping all over themselves because I can't even talk to y'all in this reading, and I know it's the energy because y'all know I don't normally do that. Let's see. Okay, so we've got control issues. It says by trying to control this situation, you'll only slow down your answered prayers. Let the divine take the lead. So, okay, stop trying to force this to happen. Okay, you know that this person is coming in. You've got to trust spirit and trust that what you deserve, like I said, what's for you will not pass you by. So, you got to trust spirit and know that they have your back and that they're going to work this out. And you don't want this person coming in before you're ready, and you don't want, you know, you don't want to. Oh my god, it's like I'm blanking out this person. You have the craziest effect on this person because it's like I start talking and then my channel gets cut. I don't know like what's up. This person really has you on a pedestal. So let's try this again. So you don't want this person coming in or the two of you coming together before the two of you are ready, because it has the potential to destroy this connection. That's why spirit is holding them back and holding you back until you do what you need to do and this person does what they need to do. Okay. All right. Then we have make a move. It says the time is now. Someone is planning to take action, or it's time for you to make the move. I don't feel like this is for you to make a move. You heard what it says, right? Someone is planning to take action. All right, but I don't feel like it's for you to make the move. I feel like it's them. They're tapped in, they're listening to spirit, and when the time comes, I feel like, you know, I feel like they're ready. They want to do it, but you both have to be at a certain level. Just like with the twin. That's why it couldn't work out between the two of you, because when it began, you were already on a higher level, you know, than them. And then as you were healing, your level was getting higher and higher and higher, and this person wasn't doing anything. So it was like the gap between the two of you were growing. And so in order for this person, those of you who want to be with your twin, let me just say this because I feel like spirit is telling me to say this. For those of you who may want to entertain this person, in order for the two of you to be together, this person has to want to do their healing. They have to do it, and you can't force them to do it. And you being there and running up behind them and stuff like that is not going to help the situation, because the more you run after them, the more they're going to run away from you. So those of you who want to go back to your twin, spirit is telling you, you just going to have to leave them alone, focus on your own life, heal yourself, and you know, but live your life. If somebody asks you out on a date, go out with them. Don't sit and you know, marinate and think, oh, if I do this in the person, because what's for you, Gemini, you're gonna get it. Okay, what's for you is not going to be missed. So stop trying to control this situation and just let it play out the way it's supposed to. Spirit knows what's going on your side and what's going on your person's side. Okay, they have the whole entire big picture, and so they're telling you to just take your hands off the wheel and let them control it. Okay. All right, Gemini, I hope this helped. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Please have a good day and a good rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, Gemini. Hi, Gemini. Welcome back to Leigh's Intuitive Tarot. My name is Leigh, and today what we're going to do is take a look at, we're going to peek in and see what's going on with your new love, with the soulmate, okay? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, Gemini, your overall energy for your person's read this week is the sun. So this is Leo energy. It is talking about happiness. It's talking about two soulmates coming together with the sun card. Underneath this, we also have the Two of Cups. So this is talking about a strong connection between you and your person, mutual attraction. You know, like I said, you and this person are going to be like two peas in a pod, getting along together, in love with each other. Then we have the Magician here, which can talk about, you know, Spirit is saying you have all the skills, tools, and abilities that you need in order to manifest the love and the life that you desire. And I feel like both you and your person are manifesting each other. All that is required is the strength card, Leo energy showing up again. So somebody's got fire placements in their chart. It could be you, could be your person, could be both of you. This is talking about, you know, believing in yourself, overcoming, you know, building up your courage and your inner strength in order to overcome obstacles in order to get what it is you want. Okay. So we've got the Emperor card that's showing up here. This is Aries energy. See, like I told you, there's a lot of fire in here. So somebody has a lot of fire placements. With the Emperor card, this is talking about, you know, a relationship where it's going to be stable, it's going to be dependable, this is like fatherhood energy. So this person could have children, or this could just talk about them wanting to have kids with you. Okay. Let's start off by clarifying the sun. Okay, so this person is missing you. All right, you're going through a spiritual awakening here. All right, we know this because that's what happens when you know everything's playing out with the twin. You're going through a spiritual awakening as well. So this person has guilt wounds that they need to deal with. This is not, we're not talking about the twin, we're talking about the new person. Okay, because some people want to say, when I pull these cards here that talk about, you know, issues, wounds, and things, that they feel like, I don't know, for some reason, that their person not supposed to have any wounds. But nobody on this that walks this earth, that has two legs and walks this earth, is perfect. Everybody's got issues that they're dealing with. So your person has to learn how to set boundaries, or they've had to in the past, just like you have. Okay, so this talks about them feeling sorry and also using guilt to manipulate. So this person has to learn things just like you do. It's also talking about them learning how to open themselves back up and become more vulnerable because of the things that have happened to them when it comes to their love relationships in the past. It could have been other relationships as well. Okay, like I said, this person went through stuff just like you did. Okay, in the recent past, we have the Seven of Wands, the King of Swords, and the Ten of Wands. So this person is protecting their energy. All right. You know, they're standing on their own 2 feet, being very independent. Okay. And I feel like they're, you know, they may have had to have some come to Jesus moments about some things. There may have been some things that they had to be honest with themselves about. It could have had to do with the relationships from the past. So with the Seven of Wands, to clarify the Seven of Wands, we've got the confession card showing up here. So this is about your person, you know, is standing their ground. They're standing up for themselves, and they're wanting to come towards you with a confession. Because remember, I told you this person, Gemini, feels very intimidated by you at times. And so, but they're stepping into this Seven of Wands energy to let you know how they feel. Okay. Then we've got the King of Swords here. Like I said, this can talk about independence. It can talk about, you know, being truthful. All right. This is somebody that they look for not just emotional stimulation, they look for mental stimulation when it comes to a partner. This is also someone who is very high quality, top shelf. This is someone with whom they look for people who are going to hold their attention. Like if you're somebody that couldn't hold their attention, they will move on. That's the type of person this person is, because this person's worked on themselves to become someone who can have their pick of whoever they want to be with. Okay. But like I said, they have issues just like you have. Don't feel bad about this. This showed up for another sign. I think it was Taurus, actually. So, you know, they've got issues just like everybody else. You know, your people have issues too. And like I said, some of y'all don't want to believe it. You want to believe only the positive things, but everybody's got light and dark in their life. Everyone does. Okay. So this could be drugs, it could be sex, it could be gambling, alcohol. It could be anything. It could be too much gym, too much work. Your person could be a workaholic. It could be anything. But whatever it is, this person is a boss. They could be in the military, or could have been in the military, could work for the government. This is somebody that, like I said, you know, they're a boss. They've got all these things going for them. You know, they're a hard worker. Like I said, it may not even be alcohol. Just because the picture is somebody with a glass doesn't mean it's alcohol. They could just be, you know, overworking themselves. Okay. Like I said, I'm sure you'll find out whatever this is when you and this person come together. Okay. And then we've got the 10 of Wands here, which is talking about burdens. Like I told you, it's like they carry a lot. They have a lot of responsibilities is what this is telling me. Okay. But one of those responsibilities that they're wanting to come back together with you, to reconcile with you, meaning that you had past lives together and this person's wanting to come in and for the two of you to reunite. Okay. In this lifetime. Yeah. See, it's coming up again. It says addiction. So codependent, obsession and restraint, possession and control, emotional block. Okay. It could be any of these things, but whatever it is, I feel like this person is working on it. This is someone who is not complacent. This is someone where if there's a problem and they feel like it's going to hinder them in any kind of way, they're gonna, you know, get on it and work on it. Okay. All right. So what's happening now in the current energy? We have the 9 of Wands, the 9 of Cups, and the 7 of Swords. So you are this person's wish fulfillment with the 9 of Cups. Okay. They're showing up as the wounded warrior, just like you show up sometimes, Gemini. This is, you know, them persisting, working through the things that they need to work through from past relationships, past things they've experienced, so that they can, you know, come into this connection with you. Okay. And then with the 7 of Swords, you know, they've been lied to and betrayed just like you have. But I also feel like this card is talking about them planning their next steps when it comes to, you know, their love life and stepping into your life. Okay. Let's clarify. All right. So we've got the neglect wounds card. We have low self-esteem here, and we have suppression. Okay. This is about the new person. It is not about the old person. Even though some of these similar cards are coming up, this person, like I said, they have issues just like everybody else. So, because when you go through things, you can't sit here, Gemini, and think that you're gonna come out of them unscathed. That's not living in reality. Okay. So this person has to work on their self-worth. I feel like whoever this was, they were in this relationship with, just like you got dragged and it caused you to question your self-worth. Hold on. Ooh, it is hot in here. Hold on one second. Okay, here we go. Okay, just like you went through something very traumatic with the twin, where, you know, they caused you to question your self-worth and question, you know, a lot of stuff about yourself. I feel like that's what happened with your person. Okay. And they got hurt, they got dragged, they've been dragged many times and hurt many times, just like you have. And I feel like this connection, the two of you coming together, is what is sparking this person. They may have had some things left over from other connections that they didn't heal, just like you had stuff. That's why the stuff is coming up. The stuff's not going to come up if you've healed it. Okay. So the fact that it's coming up is telling me that this person has work to do, just like you have work to do. So those of you who are asking where your person is, they're working on themselves, as long as you're working on yourselves, because the two of you are mirroring each other. Okay. So you got to realize, Gemini, if you ain't working, this person ain't working. If you working, this person is working. So if you're wanting this to work out, this person to come towards you, the two of you to be together, work has to be done on both sides. Okay. So in the near future, we've got the 2 of Swords showing up, the Ace of Wands, and the 6 of Cups. So this again is talking about there needing to be choices that are going to have to be made with this Two of Swords. Somebody's wearing a blindfold, refusing to see certain things, okay, but they're wanting a fresh new start in love. And then we've got the Six of Cups here showing up, talking about, you know, this being a past life connection. Again, the soulmate coming in, which I feel like this is talking about you, okay? Let me clarify. Two of Swords, please. Okay, so yeah, your person is having an issue with, they had issues in the past with setting boundaries. Okay, so now that's what this Two of Swords is about. That maybe they, you know, they have overgiven to people and not set their boundaries like they should have, or not at least waited, you know, not they haven't at least waited until they knew more about the person before they started to give and open themselves up and do whatever. But I feel like it was a situation just like you wanted to be loved, this person wanted to be loved just like you want to be loved, and they opened themselves up too early, or it could have been the person that they were with wore a mask, and because of that, you know, the situation went downhill when the mask slipped off and they saw who they really were dealing with. And I feel like for a lot of you, your person, your people were in connections with people who like only wanted things from them, wanted money, wanted, you know, time, maybe looking for a place to stay. It's a lot of different things I'm getting here, okay, depending on, you know, who we're talking about, because this is a collective reading, okay? But this person wants to have a fresh new start in love, okay? A passionate new start with this Ace of Wands here, okay? And we've got the separation card here. So this separation is not only bothering you, it's bothering your person as well. Switch the roles if you're a guy watching my channel, okay? All right. And then yeah, at the end of the day, you and this person, you know, are coming together, because this talks about reunion, about you and this person reuniting, because it was a past life connection. And this person is about this person, you know, feeling, you know, knowing that they're lovable, knowing that after all the things that they've gone through, they're about to have someone in their life, just like you're coming in, you know, they're coming into your life. And both of you, for both of you to understand that you really truly are lovable, but it involves you letting go and purging certain things out of your energy. Okay. All right. So now we're going to get some messages from Spirit, see what they want to tell you. Okay. So Spirit is saying, you already know the answers you seek. I also feel like your person is very intuitive. They listen to their intuition. Then we've got forgiveness. Forgiving yourself or another will help you move forward. So your person's got to forgive what's happened to them in the past, okay? And then they're leaning on their inner circle during this time in order to do this healing they have to do, okay? All right. Okay, let's get some messages from your person. Yeah. See, this person is trying to be their best selves. They're working on themselves to be the best they can. They may go to the gym, work out. This is somebody, I feel like they try to take care of themselves in all aspects. But like I said, everybody has something that they got to deal with. Okay, it says, I want to be my best self for you. I'm working really hard to level up for you and meet you as your equal, your mirror. I know we will always grow together, but I want you to be proud of who I am today. Okay. So this person, like I said, they don't have a problem with doing whatever they got to do for the both of you to be on the same level. Okay. Then we've got message of love. I am thinking about you, my love, even though you think I'm not. I miss you every day, day and night. I'm curious to know what you've been doing, how your days go by without me. Sometimes I wonder, do you even think of me? I am feeling the urge to reach out to you, my love, and I will, I promise. So this person, you'll be hearing from them soon, okay? All right. I'm getting some more messages. Okay, so this person can't see anybody but you. They don't want to be with anybody else but you, but they have a lot of options. I feel like you have them as well, but they're focused on you. So they're saying they're obsessed with you, and they're asking you to please be theirs. Again, there's a confession card. They have a confession to make. They're going to come in and tell you how they feel. They fantasize about you every day, and you're the one for them. Okay. All right. Move on to the next messages. Okay. So we've got, I'm with you always, even when you think I'm not. Everything is happening in divine timing. Okay. One more. They don't want to let you go. They do love you. They want you. And then they're going to wait for a sign from you. Okay. All right. So before you go, we're going to pull some Romance Angel Oracle cards to see what else Spirit wants to tell you about the reading. Okay, so we have chemistry. It says there's a strong magnetic attraction here. So like I said, you're going to be very attracted to this person. And this could be the one. It says you've already met the romantic partner you seek. So some of you have already met this person. You just don't realize that it's them. Okay. And at the bottom of the deck, it says calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. All right. Okay, Gemini, I hope this helped. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there is a link in the description box below. Please have a good day and a good rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, Gemini. Hi, Gemini. Welcome back to Leigh's Intuitive Tarot. My name is Leigh, and today we're going to take a look at what's going on with you and your soulmate when it comes to new love. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there is a link in the description box below. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, here we go, Gemini. Overall energy for this week's reading is the Ten of Coins, which is the Ten of Pentacles. This is talking about you building a legacy. This can speak of you building your empire. So I feel like for a lot of you, you are focused on your career and building up your coin. This is also, I feel like, speaking of your desire to want to, produce a legacy, okay? To have kids, to have money, or to, blend your families, whatever it is, because it's going to be different for all of you, okay? Underneath this, okay, I hear you. I hear you, Gemini. You got the Ace of Cups. So this is talking about, I feel like a lot of you are working on your self-love, okay? Because look at how the person is pouring into this cup. So I feel like this is you pouring into your cup because you are preparing for what you know is going to be, the love relationship of your life here, okay? This can also speak of also a brand new relationship coming in as well, okay? Or a rekindled romance. I got to say what it is. I got to say what I get, okay? You and this person are going to build you're going to collaborate, you're going to build, you're going to compromise with each other, and you're going to build a spectacular relationship together, I feel like, with this Three of Coins, okay? Because with the Seven of Swords, this could speak of planning, but I feel like this is talking about, what both of you have been through, okay? You've been through situations where, there were people that, lied to you, stabbed you in the back, cheated on you, all these types of things where they didn't show you who they truly were, like for instance, look at this wolf here, right? And then look at the shadow here. There's a damn monster here in the shadow. So it could be where for both of you, it was a situation where your person, the last person you dealt with, came in and you thought this is, the wolf was who they truly were. But in all actuality, when they let everything slip, right? When they let everything slide, they turned out to be a fucking monster. I feel like that's what happened on both sides of your connections, with the both of you, your soulmate and you, okay? We have the World here. This is talking about closing out cycles. I feel like you're closing out cycles and opening up new opportunities for love by you overcoming these personal challenges you are, okay, that you're doing now. So that's why the healing is important, because the more you heal, the closer it's bringing you to come into union with this new person, all right? Then we've got the 9 of coins here. Spirit is telling you, focus on, feeding yourself. Spirit is talking to you here with the birds. Remember, I told you the birds for me always represent spirit, and the spirit is telling you you're never alone, and they're always here by your side, guiding you, even when it feels like they're not. Okay. But you're going to be stepping into a situation, into a connection where there's going to be a lot of truth. Okay. Even whether it's good truth, or it may be some truth that you may not want to hear, but I feel like your person is going to be very truthful, like to a fault. Okay, you won't ever question where you stand with this person. They're always going to let you know. But I feel like it's the majority of it is going to be good, but of course there are going to be times where you've got to give each other truths that are not always going to be positive. But I feel like it's going to be the type of person that you'll never be outside with this person, and this person publicly shames you, or vice versa. It'll be a thing where if they disagree with you, no one will ever know it until the two of you get back together alone somewhere, and then they will talk to you about how they feel the situation should have gone. But I feel like it will be a thing of, do you think you handled that in the right way, or something like that. They'll question you when it's the two of you, and not doing some type of public exhibition like the twin would do. Okay. All right. So we're going to start by clarifying this 10 of coins. Okay. So when it comes to you, this is about you wanting to work together. You're getting clarity within yourself when you heal, so that when the two of you and this new person come together, you'll know how to work together. You'll be in a place where you'll be open to the two of you working together. So that's where the healing is coming in. Okay. So there will be a lot of revelations around this with the light bulb. Okay. With your person, we've got them showing up here. This is like the 4 of swords. This person is disconnecting and relaxing. I feel like, they're going within themselves. This is like the mini hermit, and looking at the things they need to look at to prepare themselves to come together with you. Okay. All right. So the first card we're going to take a look at here represents your relationship foundation. So we got the 7 of cups showing up here. The 7 of cups can talk about options, choices, being confused. Okay. It can also speak of like dreaming, like daydreaming. I feel like both of you, daydream a lot about each other. I feel like you dream of each other at night. This 7 of cups is also talking about, you coming out of relationships where you got mistreated. And I feel like because of that, you may be confused, at times when it comes to your love life. Okay. So that's why the 7 of cups is coming up. But I feel like as the two of you get together, you start to collaborate and work together with that 3 of coins that just came up. I feel like you're going to get out of that. And once you start to trust each other, you'll have more faith in the relationship, and it's going to move forward the way it should. Okay. All right. Let's clarify. 7 of cups. Oof, got a lot of cards that fell. 7 of cups. All right. Okay. So, Spirit wants to talk about where you've been. You've been losing, you've been bored when it comes to your love life, Gemini. You're losing interest, starting to lose interest in your love life because of the way things have been developing. You've been in a lot of situations where you found evidence of people cheating on you, and being, dishonest, and not, being forthcoming with certain things. Okay. But and because of that, let me say that, and because of that, you're going to be cutting off you're in the phase where if somebody doesn't come to you right, you've cut off this person that we just talked about, the twin. But I also feel like this is talking about you being in that cutoff energy with anybody that comes towards you that steps wrong. Okay. But you got somebody coming in that's going to be in love with you. They going to love, I'm going to tell you what my dad always says, love your dirty drawers. I know that sounds crazy, but this person, it says they love your scent, and I don't think they talking about perfume. Okay. So this is going to be somebody that's like, I feel like this card, with this card, Spirit is saying that this person, just like the saying that my dad says, they're basically both saying, Spirit and my father, that this person is going to really be into you. That's what this is. You know how they say the other saying, I would drink your bath water. It's like that type of thing. That's how this person, like, that's how attracted and how attractive this person finds you. Okay. Because they're going to be coming in wanting to have a fresh start with you. Okay. All right. So when it comes to the next card, we're going to take a look at your emotions when it comes to this connection. So we've got the Eight of Cups and the Seven of Coins. Okay. So this is talking about, the fact that you've had to walk away from things that no longer served you. Like I said, you were in this connection with this person who was not seeing your value. They were not taking care of your heart. This person was not, seeing who you truly are. And like I said, seeing your value and acting like it. Okay. And with the Seven of Coins, I feel like you have started to rebuild your foundation, your emotional foundation. Okay. And you are, you're starting to become more passionate about it. Because look at the Eight of Coins. Look at this person. I mean, the Eight of Coins, excuse me, the Eight of Cups. The fact that I said the Eight of Coins, that spirit also telling me that you're working towards being a better person to open up to this connection. So look at the Seven of Coins here. Okay. This is about you building a passionate new beginning with this person, because look, that's both of you here. And then look at the flames, look at the fire between two, look how high it is. So like I said, this is going to be somebody that it's going to be a thing where y'all, I told y'all this before, Gemini, you're going to be ripping each other's clothes off. Because look at that. Really look at the flames. Okay. All right. So you're walking away from something emotionally that did not serve you emotionally into something that's gonna meet all your needs emotionally, is what I feel like Spirit is saying. Okay. All right. Let's clarify. Eight of Cups and Seven of Coins. Okay, so you've stepped out of situations where you were in toxic love. I feel like that's what you're walking away from with this Eight of Cups. You're walking away from toxic love, and you're looking for your happiness. That's what's happening with this Seven of Coins. You're going to find your happiness and your contentment with this person, because it's going to be a passionate new beginning with the two of you. Okay. When it comes to your person, this person has had a lot of sadness and loss in their life. Okay. They may have had somebody pass away recently, because when this card comes up, that's what that's giving me. Okay. And then they've had relationships where there's been a lot of finger pointing and a lot of accusing. Okay. All right. Let me see if I get one more. Yeah. But this person has determination. Okay. They realize that things happen for a reason. I feel like they're learning their lessons from what they went through. And, they're, building themselves up to realize, to remember the type of person that they were before they got into all these crazy relationships. And, to have that determination when they come into this connection, determining, having the determination that it's going to work. Okay. Okay. So when it comes to your person's emotions, we got the Four of Cups here. So there, this can talk about somebody who is like, it can talk about a false start. It can also speak of, or missed opportunity. It can also speak of like this person being in an apathetic energy and feeling depressed about their love life, just like you were. Okay. Because of the things that have happened, the slings and arrows that you both have suffered. But with this Four of Cups, I feel like this is also this person realizing, because there's spirit right there too. There's the bird right there. Spirit is guiding this person, and then there's a bird in this cup here. That spirit back there behind them, telling them that they have other opportunities coming their way, and I feel like this person is listening. Okay. All right. Let me clarify. Four Cups. Yeah. Hold on. Four Cups. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you and this person, this is from your side. You're going to be wanting to travel the world with this person. This could be somebody that travels for work. They may love an adventure and want to. I think this person's going to be coming in stumbling all over themselves, because I don't stumble like this when I talk. And it's like I'm rushing, trying to get it out. It's like so much stuff is coming through my mind and trying to come out my mouth. I'm rushing to get it out. And I feel like that's what's going on with this person, that they're going to be so excited to be with you that's what's going to be happening. Or when the two of you are talking to each other, y'all going to be all over the place with the like I'm doing, stuttering. Okay. So with the wanting to travel the world with you card, like I said, they could travel for work. They could just be somebody that loves an adventure, or the two of you being together and them having a companion and you having a companion, you know, you're going to inspire each other to want to travel together. Okay. Because it's not the same if you haven't done it with your person. Let me say that you may have done something before, and if you didn't do it with your person that you with now, it's like doing it all over again, like for the first time. Okay. But with your person, they're coming in as meeting somebody new, which is you. Okay. And a change is coming. A change is coming in their life. So it's like they're going to be pulled out of that apathetic, that depressive energy, and they're going to step into this energy now, of being excited because the two of you are coming together. Okay. All right. So the next card we're going to take a look at represents the challenges in this connection. So we've got the moon here. So this is Pisces and Cancerian energy. It can talk about secrets. It can talk about, like drowning in emotion, like a lot of emotions, like hidden emotions and things like that. And I feel like that's what Spirit is saying, is that there could be a tendency on both sides of this connection with you and with them, of the two of you trying to hold yourself back because you have been hurt in the past. But I'm going to tell you, like I just told Taurus, okay? Just like you gave these other people a chance that weren't worthy, understand that this person is worthy. And if you're going to dig down into your bag and give anybody a chance, this is the person you need to give a chance to, is what Spirit is saying. Okay. All right. Let's clarify. The moon. Yeah. See, because Spirit is telling you, you're going to have a fairy tale love with this person. You have the potential to have that with them. So you don't want to miss out on this person because of things that have happened to you in the past, because it has nothing to do with this person. Just like whatever they went through with their person or their ex-person, it doesn't have anything to do with you or this relationship. So you are this person's hope and wish. They're hoping and wishing that the two of you have a fairy tale love. So you're stepping into something really beautiful, Gemini, and I hope you decide to grab onto it with both hands. Okay. All right. So when it comes to the potential outcome, we've got the Five of Wands here. I feel like this is talking about competition, that, there's going to be a lot of people coming in to compete for you, but this new person, this soulmate, is not having it. They're going to rise to the top, because the cream always rises to the top, right? And they're the cream of the crop. They're going to rise to the top, and they're going to get rid of anybody that tries to, take you from them, or tries to get to you first or whatever. It's going to be a thing of where I feel like if all these people are in your face, the soulmate is going to stand out to you. They're going to stand out from all the rest of the people. Okay. All right. Let's clarify. Yeah. See, you'll know it's them. You'll know it's them because look, butterfly feelings when I'm with you. Okay. So you're going to feel it. Like I said, not only emotionally, but energetically as well. You're going to feel that passion, and you're going to feel these butterflies. Okay. I hear Michael Jackson, the butterfly song, butterflies. Okay. And then you've got, from your person, you've left quite an impression on this person. Because remember, I told you, they already know who you are. They already love you. So you've already struck a chord with them, and they're ready. I feel like they're champing at the bit to want to come together into this connection with you. Okay. They're ready to invest. So we're going to get some messages from Spirit. The first message that Spirit is giving you is the Balance card. This is like Temperance. So Spirit is talking about blending the ideas of others with your own to create something extraordinary. I feel like that's what Spirit is talking about. You and this person may come together and start a business together. This can also just be talking about you and this person blending your different perspective. Well, not different perspectives, similar perspectives together to create a balanced and beautiful relationship together. Okay. It can also talk about the power of diversity. So I've told y'all, your person 9 times out of 10 is not going to be the same race as you. Okay. They could be from a different background, a different culture, something different. Because like I told you, my person is not the same. My person is not the same ethnicity as me. Okay. And at first I told y'all, y'all remember the story, I got all pissed off about it. But then when I saw the person, I was like, okay, acceptable. Okay. So give the person a chance. Okay. So Spirit is telling you that this is going to be about self-control, patience, and balance. All right. So coming in balanced, the more balanced you can be coming into this connection, the better chance you're going to have of it working out the way you want it to. Okay. All right, so now we're going to get some messages from your person. We're not getting anything from the twin, okay? So we have, you make my heart skip a beat. Here we go. I get butterflies whenever we talk. Again, there's the butterflies. We belong together. Okay, then we have unique. Your person is saying you are unique and special, and I've never met anyone like you before. I told you, you left quite an impression, okay? So you have opened me up to things that I never knew were possible. I'm so strong because of the power of our love. You have opened up my heart to the truth, and I'm very grateful for all the lessons that we are both learning now. So, like I said, I feel like this is them describing what your relationship is going to be like when you're together. You're going to open each other up to some beautiful experiences together. Okay. All right. Okay. So we've got the thought of you drives this person crazy. Then we have other people were interfering and trying to control them when it comes to it. Because you remember I told you, love people, misery loves company. And there are people out there, they see people happy. They don't want people to be happy because they're not happy. All right. So you got to watch out for that, because I told you your twin's going to be coming trying to mess this up. And then whoever this is, this person, you know, some of their exes or whatever, or an ex, or this last person they were with is going to come and try to interfere as well. So we've got, no matter what happens, my heart will always belong to you. Okay. I still love you and can't stop thinking about you. All right. I hear I just can't stop loving you from Michael Jackson, and I'm afraid of hurting you. So, you know, this person's going to be walking on eggshells a little bit because they're not wanting things to, you know, to spiral out of control. See, they're scared. They're saying they're scared of rejection. They're afraid that you're going to, you know, reject them. So they are going to be on, what do they call it? On tenterhooks when they come towards you. Okay. And we've got, yeah, again, you are so different from everyone around me. All right. So that's why you stand out to this person. And I feel like the same thing. They're, you know, they're going to be a standout from the crowd for you. Okay. So now we're going to get some Black Hollywood romance oracle cards. Before you go. Okay, so we have the breakup card showing up here. It says time apart is on the horizon. This may be short term or long term. This is talking about those of you who have not met your person yet. You're in separation. That's what this card is talking about. Okay. Then we have family and friends. It says the support of family and friends may help strengthen this connection. So, you know, you got to find the family and friends that you trust. Okay. Because not everybody, look, let me tell you this. I don't want to be the bearer of bad news. I'm not trying to bring, but this is what Spirit is giving me, and I gotta tell you what it is. And you know, at Leigh's Intuitive Tarot, we do not sugarcoat. So I'm going to give you the truth as it is. There are going to be people, even your family and friends, that are not happy. That's how you're going to find out who the hell got your back and who the hell don't have your back. When you happy, that's when you see who the hell got your back. Like when you really low and some shit go down, you find out who your friends are or who your people are. And then when you really happy, you find out who they are too. But there's going to be some people that's going to have a fucking problem with your relationship with this person, because there could be an age difference between the two of you. One of you could be younger. For some of you, it's going to be the soulmate is going to be younger. Okay. So you're going to have some people that's going to try to voice some objections and tell you how to live your life and stuff like that. But that's where the boundaries step in, where we always talk about boundaries. That's where they come in, because you got to let these people know where to get off. If this person makes you happy, they love you, they treat you right, none of that other shit matters. Okay. All right. Then we've got deeper intimacy. So it says the feelings of emotional closeness and love allow you to feel safe, desired, and more connected to your partner. So you have to open yourself up and allow yourself to get emotionally closer to this person in order to have deeper intimacy for this relationship to take off. It is very imperative that happens. And I'm not telling you to rush towards it. I'm not telling you need to go slow, but there needs to be an intent, because there will be an intent on this person's side, but there needs to be an intent on your side, Gemini, too, for you to, be in the process of, gradually opening up to this person, gradually, making your efforts and doing the things. Because like I said, you got to think about all the things that this twin didn't do for you. This person's going to come in and do those things. So you got to be open to them, just like you was open to this dipwad here. Be open to this person, because this is the person you want to open yourself up to. Okay. All right, Gemini, I hope this helped. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there is a link in the description box below. Please have a good day and a good rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, Gemini. Hi, Gemini. Welcome back to Leigh's Intuitive Tarot. My name is Leigh, and today we're going to take a look at the reading for the new month. And of course, we're talking about new love, okay? So with your soulmate. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there is a link in the description box below. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started. Okay. Okay, here we go. So, overall energy for this month's reading is the devil. So this is Capricorn energy. It can talk about, a passionate connection. All right. It can also speak of addictions. We're going to clarify to see what spirit wants to tell you about this card. Okay. Underneath this is the parish card. I can't say this word for some reason because of YouTube. It is talking about a transformation and ending of one thing in order for something new to begin. Underneath that is the Page of Wands. This is a fire sign or someone with a lot of fire in the chart. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Hold on. The parish card was Scorpio energy, if I didn't say that. Okay, so with the Page of Wands, this is talking about communication coming in. Someone who is very excited, very curious about this connection, coming in very passionately. And I feel like, for a lot of you, this is talking about your soulmate. Then we have the Six of Cups showing up here. This is also talking about this being a past life connection, like, this being someone with whom you've had other lifetimes. So this is not the first lifetime that you've been with this person with. Okay. You know what? It's so funny. When I looked at this card, what I can see, what spirit showed me was like these cups being, overfilled, and like the colors coming, dripping in from one cup to the other, to the other, to the other, to the other. And I feel like that's symbolic of the way your relationship is going to be with this new person, that you're going to, the self-love that you have for yourself and the self-love that your person has for themselves. It's like all of your cups are going to come together, and that cup at the top that holds the self-love is just going to trickle into each other. It's going to trickle into your other cups, trickle into your person's other cups, and you're going to like rejuvenate each other, keep refilling each other's cup. It's going to be a very healing and a very rejuvenating relationship. Okay. Underneath this is the King of Pentacles, earth sign or someone with a lot of earth in their chart, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. It is talking about this connection being long-term, stable, committed, exactly what it is that you want. Okay. A grounded relationship with somebody who really takes you and the relationship seriously and prioritizes you in a relationship. And then the last card we're going to take a look at is the Fool. This is Aries energy. It is talking about, you needing to take a leap of faith and this person coming in to take one as well, because you are each other's wish fulfillment with the star, Aquarius energy. Okay. So we are going to start by clarifying the Devil card. I want to use this card, the Devil. I don't know why I want to use this deck, but I'm going to use it. Okay, we've got deliver me from temptation. So I feel like this may be talking about some type of addiction. It could be some type of pull towards something. Let me pull another card. The Devil. Okay, I know what Spirit is talking about. Okay, Spirit is talking about negative beliefs. Okay, limiting beliefs, things that you're believing that may be blocking or hindering you from coming together into union with this soulmate. Okay, we have the Camera card here. You and this person are gonna have a lot of you're gonna make a lot of memories, a lot of things you're gonna reminisce, and you're gonna you're gonna have a lot of things that you reminisce about, because you're going to be making beautiful memories together. And this card is also about you learning from the past. So I feel like this is Spirit saying that you need to go back and check your limiting beliefs, because a lot of the things that you think, Gemini, aren't even things they aren't even your thoughts. They are things that you were taught when you were under the age of 7 or under the age of 6, when you were open, your subconscious mind was fully open, and you were like a sponge absorbing everybody else's thoughts. And so This is about you going back and looking at those thoughts and getting rid of the ones, questioning them, and getting rid of the ones that no longer serve you. Okay. Then we've got the coffin card here. This is like the parish card, the card we just looked at here. I'm just going to pick it up because, like I said, I can't say the word. Okay. And it again is talking about new beginnings that stem from old, endings, the endings of old things that no longer serve you anymore. Okay. So you see at the bottom of the card is talking about tragic endings. So you had a lot of, things happen to you in the past that needed to be, put down, needed to be to put an end to. You needed to put an end to so you could have this new beginning and be open to somebody new, Gemini, coming into your life and treating you and loving you the way you deserve. Okay. All right. So the first card we're going to take a look at. Wait, I want to get a couple of more cards. I want to see. I just like to fully clarify. The Devil. Yeah, see, you and your person are together. You and your soulmate are together in the 5D. Okay, it just hasn't. That's why you can feel this person in your energy heavily. Okay, because those of you that you're getting ready to come into union with this person and you haven't yet, you can feel this person. You can feel them heavily in your energy. Some of you, that you already know who this person is. You just don't realize that this is your soulmate. Okay, because you see it says hiding the truth. So this person, for some of you, is seeing you every day. You could work together. It could be you could share the same friend group. It could be some place you go to on a regular basis where this person, they could work there or they could go there on a regular basis. The possibilities are endless because we are talking about a collective reading. Okay. But Spirit is telling you that this person is hiding the truth. So they're wearing a mask and not telling you the truth because, they're waiting for Spirit to tap them on the shoulder and let them know, okay, go on in. And then when they get that nudge from Spirit, they're going to come in and remove this mask. Okay. I'm glad I picked those other cards up. Okay. So the first card we're going to take a look at that represents this month is the main theme of the month. So 9 of Pentacles. This is about you standing in your power, knowing your worth, working on yourself, and stabilizing yourself in every area of your life. Okay? Because Spirit wants you to be well-rounded and powerful in every area of your life because that's going to make you more discerning. It's going to make you pickier about who you allow into your energy because at the end of the day, that's what this is about. You're healing yourself, getting yourself back to a place of balance, back to a place of equilibrium, Gemini. And when you do that, it's not easy to do that. So when you go through all of that and you do all of this to stabilize yourself, you're going to be real fucking, real, what is the word? I'm losing my damn word. You're going to be real picky about who you allow into your dang energy. That's what Spirit is telling. That's why Spirit wants you on this level. Because think about the King of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, those cards where this person has done the work. They're sitting in the energy they need to sit in. Even like the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords, these people have been through a lot of things. I'm not saying the King and the Queen of Cups or the King and the Queen of Wands haven't either, but these people have like fought to get to like the upper echelon of those kings and queens, because those are usually the ones that are, how can I explain? They all have different qualities, but the way I see it in tarot, like when you get to the King and the Queen of Pentacles, it's like, yeah, you really made it. And then the independence level of the King and the Queen of Swords, it's like in order for you to get to that level of independence, and in order for you to get to that level of, stability, it takes a lot of work. So that's why I look at them like that. Those two sets of kings and queens. And so when you get to that and you scraped and scrounged and worked and done all these things, you're not going to be so quick to let just anybody into your energy, because it's like, how they say when you've arrived, you breathe in rare air, like air that a lot of people don't breathe, like like the 1%ers, the people that make all the money in the world, how they breathe different air than everybody else because they got all this money, they have all these opportunities. It's going to be the same thing with you. You know, when you step into this, it's a new timeline. It's a different timeline. That's why Spirit keeps showing you these cards that you like, the parish card, and like this card here, the coffin card. That's why Spirit is showing you this, because the old you is dying or has died, and you are becoming a brand new person, and that brand new person fought to get to where they are, Gemini. And so you know you're not gonna just let anybody up in your shit. That's basically what Spirit is telling you. Okay, let's clarify. Nine of Pentacles. Okay, so when it comes to your person, they're healing their heart. That's what's going on with them. Okay, for you, Spirit is wanting you to let go of all these negative and limiting beliefs that are holding you back, that are placing obstacles in the way of this person coming in. Because you know you can think certain thoughts and be negative, and that will you know unalign, or was it disalign you from what you're trying to bring in. So that's why it's so important. It's imperative for you to keep your vibration as, you know, as good and as clean as you can. Okay, I'm not telling you don't have your feelings, because if you having a bad day and you got to feel bad for a little while, you do what you got to need, what you need to do. But Spirit is saying, don't marinate in it. Don't let that become your new home. Don't let that become your new mode. Okay, because look what you've got coming. You've got wedding rings showing up here. This is talking about union and marriage, a soul connection, and everlasting love and devotion, the type of love you've always wanted. But like I said, it's going to require you to be different, because it's a different experience. It's something you've never experienced before. Okay. Okay. So the second card we're going to take a look at represents the past that's influencing or affecting this month. So we've got the Four of Wands showing up here. Okay, this is talking about, again, marriage. You know, you wanting commitment, you wanting to, you know, have somebody in your life with whom you can celebrate your wins and commiserate with your losses, and you know, just have what you've always wanted, the love that you both deserve and you desire. Let's clarify. You want that stability, because the Four of Wands can talk about stability as well. Okay, because in the past, you know, it was about you needing to up level your self-worth, because you had, you know, people that were bringing in other people, and it was a third party relationship, and you didn't even know anything about it, because look at this person, how their back is turned. Okay, so it's like your person was entertaining other people and you didn't even fucking know what was going on. Okay, all right, let me get one more. Four Wands. Well, two more. Four Wands. Yeah, so your person is working on, like I said, they're working on healing their heart. They're also working on regaining control, okay, of their life, because like I told you, they've gone through this too. They've been put into a third party, lied to. You know, their person is worn a mask, just like, you know, your person has. Okay, you have a lot of similarities. You and this person, you mirror each other. So we've got the separation card showing up here as well. So your person is missing you. I'm not talking about the twin. I'm talking about the soulmate. The soulmate is missing you. I feel like you miss them too, because like I said, you know each other on the 5D level. You already know each other. You've had many lifetimes with this person, even though you're going to have to come into this lifetime and get to know each other all over again. There is still soul recognition. So you're missing each other. You know, this person is thinking about you. And, you know, when you don't clear out the things that Spirit is talking about, you know, it can cause you to think in a negative way, or for your future to feel like it's uncertain. Okay. And it's because the universe only responds to certainty. That's why Spirit is telling you this. Clean up your vibration so that you're emitting what you're supposed to emit, which is, you know, you wanting to bring in this soulmate. Okay. So the next card we're going to take a look at represents the roadblocks of the month. So we got the King of Wands showing here, fire sign or someone with a lot of fire in their chart, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I feel like this is the preparation point. Okay. This could represent your person, you know, coming in and being somebody very protective. This is somebody very passionate, very fiery or whatever. But I also feel like with the King of Wands, it talks about like preparing, the preparation behind this person coming in. Okay. And that is the roadblock I feel like Spirit is talking about, because like I just told you, you have to be a new person. You have to become somebody different for this person to come in, because the old you expected different things than the new you will expect when this new person arrives. Okay. Again, there's the parish card showing up again. It is talking about the old relationships, the old way of your relationships are over. Okay. It's saying no second chances. You're not going back. Once you go through this transformation and you become the new you, there will be no going back. You won't be able, even if you tried to go back to the old person, I'm not talking about the twin. If you tried to go back to the old person you used to be, Gemini, you won't be able to do it. Okay. Because this is a permanent transformation. Okay. You're going to be at a crossroads and it's going to require you to make a choice. All right. But I feel like a lot of you have already decided what choice you're going to make. All right. Yeah. See, you're going to choose paradise. I hear Sade in my head singing like paradise. I'm not going to sing it. Okay. So it says, what is it? Yeah. Paradise I think is the name of the song. So it says happiness and joy, playfulness, enjoying each other, honeymoon phase. So you and this person, y'all going to have a lot of beautiful, good times together. Okay. It's going to feel like you're living in paradise. It's going to be a situation, when you have experiences in your life and it's so surreal, you feel like you got to pinch yourself. You like, God, is this really real? It just is so uncanny and just so foreign because you're not used to it. You're going to have to pinch yourself and be like, am I daydreaming or is this really, happening? Okay. So I feel like that's the energy you're going to be in. Okay. All right. So when it comes to the last card, we're going to take a look at represents the possibilities of the month. Two of Pentacles. This can talk about juggling. So I feel like it's you going back and forth because when you're trying to manifest something new and you're going from one timeline to another, there's going to be a time before you arrive at the new timeline where you're going back and forth. So it's going to be like sometimes you're going to be in the old, sometimes you're going to think new, sometimes you're going to be in the negative, sometimes you're going to think positively. You're going to go back and forth, and I feel like that's what Spirit is talking about with this Two of Pentacles. But we're gonna clarify. Two of Pentacles. Yeah. See, it says sabotage and rebuild with the hammer. So I feel like that's what's going on. Working on it, repairing. So it's like you may have times, okay, until you fully step into this new timeline where you may sabotage a little bit. And so that's where the cleaning up comes in. You cleaning up your vibration by, not, dealing with the limiting beliefs, getting rid of the limiting beliefs and letting that stuff go for good. I'm going to tell you what I told some of the other signs is that if you find yourself thinking something negative, you have to find because a lot of times your mind will make these generalizations and say just because you had one negative situation that all of your situations were negative, and that's not always true. So like for instance, I use the twin as an example that if you have a limiting belief that all of your relationships, your romantic relationships are horrible or they never work out or there's never anything good that happens in them. Think about in the beginning with the twin. In the beginning with the twin, something had to be good. Something had to be good for the two of you to come together. Because if they had showed up acting like a fucking jackass from the beginning, damn well, Gemini, you would have turned around, you would have gave that person the finger and got the hell on. So I'm saying all of this to say that even if it was just for a few days or a few weeks in the beginning or however long this person kept the mask on, it was good, right? So I'm telling you to use that, not to go back to the twin or to try to look at them in some type of positive light. I'm not telling you that. What I'm telling you is to use that to, smash that limiting belief where you think that only negative stuff happens in relationships. Or if that doesn't work for you, just swing it around and say, okay, well, yeah, in the past I had a lot of negative things happen to me in relationships, but that don't mean going forward everything else is going to be negative, because Spirit keeps telling you the same thing. Okay, the story is not changing. This is somebody that loves you, somebody that is in your somewhere in your energy. So they're like I said, same friend group. You may work with them. This could be a friend of yours. It could be a myriad of different things, but there's somebody around you that is coming towards you with the right energy who is going to treat you right. And Spirit keeps telling you the same thing over and over and over again, telling you that even though this person has flaws, even though this person is not perfect, they're still coming in to do the right thing, to treat you the right way. Okay. So if you have to latch on to that belief in order to get you out of the negative and the limiting beliefs, you do whatever works for you. Okay. Then we've got the seduction card. So there's going to be a lot of attraction between you and this person. Ooh, 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 ooh. It says teasing, hooking up and dating, temptation, all this kind of stuff. This is you and the new person. Okay. There's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot. It's like I said, it's going to be hard for you to keep your hands off this person. The damn energy between the two of you, the passion is going to be palpable. Other people are going to be able to feel it. See, visitor. Somebody might be coming to your house, Gemini, and knocking on your door. That's why I keep telling you, this person is already in your energy, and some of you looking at them on a regular basis and just don't realize that this is your person. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So Spirit is telling you to release these things you need to release, because this new person is returning, and I'm telling you they're returning because they're from a past life. Okay. Because some people, because I say they're returning, they want to get in the comments and be like, oh, is it that sound like somebody? Oh, I'm like, I'm telling you, I'm specifically telling you. So let me tell you this. Before you come into the comments and say anything, make sure that what you telling me, you talking to me about in the comments, make sure it's not something that I cleared up in this reading, because I make sure every time I talk about reconciliation, or I say the word return, or I say reunion and not just union, I explain to you that this is somebody from a past life. Okay. So it's gonna be a reunion or a reconciliation, because you know each other on a soul level. It's soul recognition. Okay. All right. Okay. So now we're going to get some messages, some more messages from Spirit, see what else they want to tell you about the reading. Okay. Okay. So we have rejection. It says this rejection is actually divine protection. I know y'all realize this. I know y'all realize the best thing that could have happened to you was when you walked away from that damn twin. Okay. And you're glad that this person rejected you, because you would have been going through a life of fucking hell with this person if they had not leveled themselves up, and you tried to be in a relationship with them. It would have been nothing but abuse on abuse on abuse. And nobody deserves that. Okay, we have denial. Spirit is telling you to detach with love to clearly see the truth. So this is about you detaching from your thoughts, like starting to examine your thoughts and ask yourself, is this a thought I want to believe? Is it something I want to think? Is it a belief or a thought that's helping me get to where I want to go? Or is it something that's detracting from what I'm trying to accomplish? Okay. Then we have leap of faith here. It says it's safe to make the move you're considering. This is like the Fool showing up again, because we had the Fool show up here in the overall energy pile, right? So it's showing up again. So Spirit is telling you, when this person leaps, it's okay for you to leap too. Okay, this is a safe connection, a connection you can trust and you can depend on. Okay, let's get some messages from your person. Let's see what they want to tell you. Okay, so they're saying, no one understands me like you do. Like I told you, I feel like both of you, look, let me tell you, both of y'all going to be in like two peas in the pod in your own little bubble. You're going to be having your own inside jokes. It's going to be a thing where you go out together and you have such a good time. You know how people be like trying to get your attention because you so deeply engrossed in conversation with your other person. That's what I feel like is going to be going on. Okay. We've got, I'm keeping tabs on you. So like I told you, this person watches you and they crave you. All right. With this card. Okay. Let me get an unsent letter and see what they want to say. I don't know if they're gonna. Okay, there it is. Okay, we've got mortality in you. It says you make mortality look beautiful. I find myself wishing I was someone else only to grow old with you. You're a flash of life in the dead zone of my timeline. Okay. Yeah, that's a little weird message there, ain't it? Okay, let's pull some other. I hear Otis Redding in my head. That's how strong my love is. That's the name of the song. I think that's the name of the song, but that's what he keeps saying over and over again. That's how strong my love is. I'm learning a spiritual lesson. I know what you meant to me. I know what you mean to me. Excuse me. I'm ready to be with only you now. Okay. So this person, like I said, they have a lot of options, but they're not checking for anybody else but you. No matter who I am with, my thoughts always lead me back to you. Like I said, this is someone who talks about you to their friends and their family. Okay. If you have social media or something like that, this person may be showing them your pictures. It could be a lot of different things like that. So we've got the let go of fear card. So your person is saying, let go of fear. You are safe with me. I have no fear of making mistakes. Nothing you do or say will ever make me stop loving you. There are no mistakes on this journey, only soul lessons. Everything happens to, everything happens for a reason. It's safe to be vulnerable with me. Okay. All right. So let's get a lover's oracle, excuse me, before you go. All right. So you got 2. Make sure we don't have no nudity. Okay. So here's the first one. It says, life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow. You will be surprised where it leads. So this is just spirit telling you to trust them. You know, they got your back. They got your back. They the ones, you know, they're the ones that pulled you up out of this shit with the twin. Because mine told me that they was like, okay, enough. It's time to go. It's time to go. This person is not trying, because I told you, they even told me that this person was going to act like a jackass before we even got deep into anything. They were like, this person, 5 of Pentacles was the outcome card when I read this person. That's what they were saying. Okay. So Spirit's gonna always have your back, but they're not gonna stop you. They're not gonna stop or block your blessings, or not your blessings, your lessons. They're not gonna stop or block your lessons. That's what I wanted to tell you. Okay, then we've got this card. It says manifesting miracles. Your dream is soon to become reality. Trust your heart and continue to follow its guidance. So this is why Spirit is telling you it's time to clear out your vibration, because you want it to be clear so this person can come in. You can align specifically to this person and they can come in like they're supposed to. Okay. All right, Gemini, I hope this helped. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Please have a good day and a good rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, Gemini.